Hey guys, Darth here, back with part 2 of the Star Wars The Old Republic Sith Inquisitor playthrough. And we are back. As you can see, I have some new armor. Okay, so you might recognize this as Satele Shan's armor. We did equip it on Jaisa in our Sith Warrior part, but we dyed it red. Well, I used the white and red dye and put it on my Inquisitor here. And it turned out fantastic. I mean, just look at me. I look amazing. So, we are going to use the red and white for now because I didn't want to use the green because its natural color is obviously green, and we have seen and talked to Satele Shan in our Jedi Knight playthrough, so you guys know what it looks like regular. Now, I dyed it white and red because the green, I don't like how it looks on her, and of course it's too much Jedi, and that's all I can think of. This is a Jedi armor, and I don't like it. So for now, we're using the white and red. However, I am hoping, my idea is I'm thinking about saving, and then eventually, I just got distracted by this dude's name. In fact, his name is Revan Shan, and I'm like, oh snap! I was like, and he's with the Order of Revan. I mean, he might be the guild leader of the Order of Revan, but anyway, not the point. So I'm hoping to get a black dye. Black in any other color would be okay, but I'm hoping the primary color could be black because I think if we dyed this black, I think it would look great. So, but we're gonna have to save and hope. Obviously, we're darn near broke, but that's because we're low level and you don't get money very quickly. But we will work and we will save and we will hope to be able to find that new dye, because I think that would look cool and it would look much more Sith. Now we also have our little lizard out, and we have Kemval with us. We also have some new abilities. Now, you guys probably would have noticed we have Chain Lightning, which of course we have seen. I actually have to move it because I've actually been playing my other Inquisitor, my level 70 Inquisitor from when I was a subscriber, and I have been playing her because she has actually never done the DLC. I have done the DLC. I did it with my Sith Marauder that I also have from that's also level 70 back when I was a subscriber. My Inquisitor is running through some of the DLC stuff. Anyways, and so I've been playing her. So now that I have, I remember where her abilities are, and now that I've been playing that one, I will be rearranging some of these to more match her, because now she feels like what's correct, and these other ones don't so much. So my abilities will be dancing around for a little bit, and it'll take a little bit to get used to switching around. Anywho, so we have some new abilities. We have Static Barrier. Static Barrier is a shield that also, I'm pretty sure, does you can get an upgrade at some point to make it deal damage as well, but it's a shield, and that's important for an Inquisitor because you can be kind of squishy, and so that is important. You will also have a couple of healing abilities, and I don't remember what exactly you guys have seen. Our couple of heal abilities, we got Force Speed, which is great because obviously that means we can dash up to like a regular speeder speed for 2 seconds, and so that's nice when you're inside buildings and you are trying to quickly get out of them. And then we also got Affliction. So Affliction works really well with Crushing Darkness because Crushing Darkness has a 2-second activation time. So if you hit them with Crushing Darkness, then you hit them with Affliction, then they can, I'm pretty sure they get like double critical damage or something if you pit these two together. If you hit Affliction while Crushing Darkness is active, I'm pretty sure is how that works, because I was testing it with my other Inquisitor and she was tanking guys pretty quick. Anyway, and so yeah, so we can go ahead and get moving. And I just wanted to do a couple of little things. Oh, other thing we had to talk about really quick. So tomorrow is Tuesday. Tomorrow these servers are going offline for maintenance. So there'll be no download required for that. But the fact is the servers will be offline, which means I cannot play. Now the problem is they're going offline for 6 hours right in the middle of my recording time. So that's a problem because that would mean to get a video out, I would have to start recording at 6 p.m. Which by then I am like, waist deep inside editing at that point. So, yeah, that's a problem. So that's not going to work. So tomorrow I will of course get out Sunset Overdrive, and now at this particular moment I have not decided on whether I'm going to do double Sunset Overdrive videos or whether I'll do one and use the extra time to do some of the side stuff that I have going on in my personal life. We will just have to see, but regardless, that means that tomorrow's uploads will be a little screwy for now. Now, obviously, we are on Dromund Kaas. I did the flashpoint offline, and of course, it got us to level 16, almost level 17. And so that's the only thing you guys would have missed, and that's the reason we have new abilities and we're higher level. But I'm not going to show it because, you know, it's like repeat at this point. But anyway, that was the other thing I wanted to see, and of course I didn't do anything you guys needed to see. I didn't talk to Kem, and I didn't click on these because there's a dialogue there, and I didn't check my mail, and so just so you guys are aware of that. Just so you guys are aware of that. Now I'm gonna have to read dialogue, so I won't mute my mic for this part, because obviously Kem doesn't speak basic. My master, isn't this soft-skinned one the toy of Zash, the golden-haired lord?
Quiet, bodyguard. Save your hissing for your own kind. As for you, slave, Darth's kosher is passing. Best get out of his way.
You sent that weakling apprentice to kill me.
It looks like I didn't try hard enough. I won't make the same mistake twice. Give your master a message for me. My eye is on her, and I know. Tell her that. I know what she's trying to do here on Dromund Kaas. You and your master have gotten this far, but it ends here, slave. I alone have the key. Tell her that. You and your master have no future on Dromund Kaas or in the Sith Order. Tell her that. Now, get out of my way.
Oh, please, he can't kill me. Like, that's all these people looking. Like, the Dark Council gets pretty pissed off when people just start killing people openly. Technically, we're on the same side at this particular moment. That means I'm safe because people are watching.
What do you think? Can you eat him?
He's more machine than man, I think. Bad for the digestion.
Fools.
There we go. There we go. Anyway, so this is cool because I've been playing my Sith Inquisitor, obviously, from my on my level 70, which I did mention. And it's cool because when you use the Inquisitor, maybe it's, I mean, I don't feel like it's in my head. I feel like it's definitely real, but it's like you get this distinct feeling that how the Inquisitor acts versus how the, like, Sith Warrior acts is way different. The Sith Warrior, it's more... It's hard to describe. It's like their sense of self is different, and it seems kind of funny because the Inquisitor, I feel like that the most natural way to play them is they're very arrogant. Like, and it's not so much like blind arrogance, because arrogance is a very dangerous thing, because it can get you killed if you underestimate your enemies and stuff. But it's like the Inquisitors see themselves as like better than everybody else. Like, they're like, it's not even a question. They're like on a whole different tier. Like, everyone else is like ants beneath their boots. Like, you know what I mean? They are Sith, but they're very, very arrogant is what it feels like. So because playing my Inquisitor, she acts like she is like, you know, a god among men. And with her power, it's not even that far out of the question, because when you're level 70 and both of these bars are full and most of this bar is full and some of this bar, you are just have so many abilities. You're just annihilating everything. So it's not even like, it's no wonder that they think that, because you're so incredibly powerful. And it's just, so they just act like they're just like, my character acts like she's a goddess. And so it's like not even that surprising. And so with this one, the sorcerer just feels different. And so it's really cool to play them. With the warrior, it's like, they're like a Sith, but it feels less I don't want to say intelligent, because that's not it. But for lack of a better word, it feels like it's more of a less intelligent anger. It's less of a less intelligent warrior. They're more of like a true warrior, where they use their sabers and enough force to get, like, you know, enough force to have the force, and you can do force things, but it's not your specialty, like not like the Inquisitor. And you're like, how you deal with things is by launching at it and just bashing it down with your saber. And that's how the warriors tend to act. Whereas the Inquisitor, it's more like, it's more definite, more force power, but it feels like they feel like they're better than everybody else because they don't even have to get close to you to kill you. And that's kind of what it feels like. And so it's really cool for me to see this. It's really cool for me to see the differences, and they definitely feel different to me. Anyway, this is Lord Nekis. Inquisitor Zayn has informed me that it was you who uncovered SWTOR Kaan's hand and my apprentice's death. I suspected SWTOR. This fool has always been a nuisance, but I needed proof before acting. The Acolyte's testimony will suffice. As I am a man who settles his debts, a fact young SWTOR will soon learn, I'd like to extend my gratitude for your assistance in this matter. You've a sharp mind and a keen eye for details. No doubt you'd make a fine apprentice. I pity another has already has her eye on you. Very cool. And then, Apprentice Malora, you have no idea what you've done, do you? That Takata Bren was just the beginning. Lord Renning's after core slug eggs now, and I'm expected to get them. Punishment for my weakness, he says. Before I become brood meat, my master has ordered me to send you this gift. He hopes it will lessen the chance of you being killed. May he be as wrong in that as you, I cannot say this. May he be as wrong in that as he is in everything else. Holy crap, that was hard to say. Alright, and then Acolyte Shinos, the gift of Spindral. I apologize for my sending you this message uninvited, my lord, but I do so only to fulfill my bargain with the Hermit of the Tomb, the one called Spindral. He said that I could only leave his side alive if I passed along this, his final gift for the one who will shape both future and ancient. Fates, both future and ancient. Those were his words, his exact words. I had to be exact. This Acolyte sounds scared to death. He's like, if I get it wrong, he said he would cut my face off and mount it on his wall. I'd be like, I wouldn't test him. He's a dangerous dude. Dromund Kaas, land of glorious shadow. True that, my Chemval friend. Alright, so we go ahead and fly to Kaas City. This is one of those things that when you do it enough times, you just know what they want. I'll be going straight to the Sith Sanctum, so there's really no reason at all to... because the objective is, like, right at the edge of Kaas City, and so it's really dumb to, like, because it activates and it does go off if you just pass over it. You don't have to go to the edge first and then fly, like, onwards. And so you can save a lot of time. Just go straight to the Sith Sanctum, because you'll pass over the objective and it will update. So there's no reason not to. There's no reason not to. You know, it occurs to me that maybe after we're done with all the class stories, which will be a while, of course, because it's about 11 or 12 parts per class story, so obviously it's, you know, they're long. But it does occur to me that that maybe we could do some of the DLC. The problem is that what I would love to do a lot. I would love to do the. Like, the Knights of the Fallen Empire type of DLCs, like the really far DLCs, because now I think even the second one's completed. But the problem is that you only get them as a subscriber, and you can't buy them separately. And the problem with that is that, so basically, even when you're not subscribed, you still get access to everything that was unlocked at the time of your subscription. So I have actually all of the first set of DLC, whichever the big one is, and then I have most of the second, but at the time, the other episodes weren't out yet. And so the problem is that I don't have the conclusion of the second major DLC. So the problem with that is that we wouldn't be able to get all the way through the story, which you know, basically means that I can't go through it. So the problem is that we wouldn't be able to finish it. So at some point, I would love to subscribe just long enough to unlock, like maybe you subscribe for 1 month or something, and then just enough to unlock the rest of the DLC and stuff, because then, Yeah, because just enough to unlock the rest of the DLC, and then that way we could play it. Now, what I would probably do is, if that ever happened, and I was ever actually playing the DLC on my channel, is that I would select one of my favorite classes. Maybe I would do it with the Inquisitor, or... yeah, I mean, I don't know. Maybe I would do it with the Inquisitor. Maybe I would pick one. Or maybe I would pick one on each side. Like, I would pick one on the Jedi side and one on the Sith side or something, and then go through all the DLC on my channel afterwards. So at some point I would love to do it, but at the moment it's just not a possibility, so we're stopping at the end of our class stories. Because at the moment we don't have any better options than that. Anyway, what's up, Zash?
Are you acquainted with a big, ugly, half-machine Dark Lord? He had a message for you.
Damn Scotia. What business has he going behind my back, speaking to my apprentice? Trying to intimidate you, no doubt. Wretched monster. More machine than man and dangerously powerful. Ever since I arrived on Dromund Kaas as an apprentice, he's made every effort to stand in my way.
He is flesh, he can be killed.
Ultimately, we cannot even begin the search for Tulakhod's ancient power with Scotia's rattling breath on our necks.
There must be something we can do.
Yes. Yes. There is something we can do. Or rather, something you can do. You are going to kill Scotia for me.
Finally, a challenge worthy of me.
Good. That is precisely the attitude you'll need. I cannot be tied to Scotia's murder. Brazen power plays make the Dark Council nervous. But nobody will believe that a mere apprentice could defeat Scotia. It's impossible, and that's why it will work.
The impossible's my speciality.
So it seems. I've begun to piece together the puzzle for Darth Scotia's destruction, but some elements have yet to fall into place. Out in the jungle, a group of slaves has recently revolted. They were working on a colossal statue that has since gone unfinished. I believe Scotia is hiding something of great importance near this statue. Get the archaeological plans to the area from one of the slaves, and contact me by holocommunicator.
This witch stinks of death. Give me the command and I will devour her. I'm like, knock it off. She's my master at the moment. Oh, don't you worry, brochacho. You'll get your chance. Anyways. So, as far as our developing personality goes, so I did mention, of course, that the Sith Inquisitor has that our particular character, but my other Inquisitor is sort of on the same thing. But we're talking about our character, right? So basically, our character is, of course, very, very prideful. I mentioned that before. Now, I feel like that, so obviously that she was a former slave, but I feel like that, so obviously she hated being a slave, she hated serving anybody, and she was learning very quickly of her own power. She was learning, you know what, she's like, I had the Force, I'm actually very talented at using it, I'll just bide my time, and then of course it turns out by chance that her powers were discovered, her Force sensitivity, and she was sent to Korriban and stuff. Now, my idea is that we will play her, like, now that she knows of her power and she's watching, like, as, you know, as the story develops, she's watching her crush her enemies and stuff, she's learning, she's like, you know what, I'm powerful even among Sith. So as she gains more power, and then on Dromund Kaas, of course, it's the same thing, but as she gains more power, she gets sort of more bold. And so I think that's interesting, you know what I mean? I think that's interesting, that it sort of sets the stage for our character's personality, that she gets more and more prideful and more like, man, I am powerful, like, you know, I can totally crush my enemies, and she's like, she will be respectful to her master because that she's supposed to be, you know what I mean, and her master's still strong enough to crush her like a bug. So of course, she's wise enough that, you know, she's very, very prideful, more so than Gloric was, because Gloric was prideful, but still more of a warrior. Like, because, like, that's very common among the pureblood Sith race, is this, like, warrior mentality. It's very, very common, so I don't feel like it's any different, it is, so it's not any different with Gloric, right, because he felt like he was more of a warrior, and that it was a little less, like, it's a little less focused on cunning, and more of a focus on, like, raw power, you know what I mean, and just, like, more like beating down your enemies type of thing, you know what I mean? But with my character, but with this character, she's much more into the cunning and much more conniving and much less loyal than even Gloric was. Is that she only looks out for herself. She is only even polite to her master out of necessity. Now Gloric was too, up until he was strong enough to beat his master. Of course he was too and stuff, but she has her eyes on like the highest. She wants to be as high, have the most power. She wants to be in charge, and she's not loyal to her master at all. So at the moment she's being nice to keep herself alive, but she is looking for the very first opportunity to get out from underneath her thumb. Stuff like that, and that's very much what I picture, that she's much more conniving than Gloric ever was, and much more subtle, and probably more clever than Gloric was, honestly. And I think that that's fun. It gives our character some flavor. But I feel like that her, like, it's very common that I feel like it's pretty normal for her to like talk down to her enemies, and pretty much anyone that she feels like that she can even probably take. It's very common for her to talk down to people, and I feel like that as soon as she's powerful enough to do that, then she will, and that's the reason that she talks herself up. She's like, oh please, and she doesn't worry, because she also thinks that she is very powerful, and she does believe that she can take Scotia. So with Gloric, it would have been like, okay master, you said it, so I guess I'll do it. With her, it's less of like a just like a calm, okay, let's do this. For her, it's like she honestly believes that she is more powerful than that Darth. So she's like, absolutely, I can 100% crush Scotia. Nothing is better than I am. And so it's just like this really crazy pride that she could talk herself into doing anything, and she feels like everything is beneath her. You know what I mean? And so, but not like in a petty way. Like everything's beneath her. Like she is more powerful than all these ants around her type of deal. Anyway. So we are gonna, okay, I was gonna like hit my mic and stuff, but we actually are gonna talk this.
You enjoy your
anyway, but we actually already saw this with Gloric, so it just occurs to me that we are just going to blow through this because we are here for the experience, and it's right on the way. Like it's not that much out of the way, so we're just gonna go ahead and do this mission. Really quick, and we won't wait for all the dialogue, of course, because just like on Dromund Kaas or on Korriban, there's no point.
I'm sure. Look,
blah 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 blah.
if you let others block your progress.
Blah 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 blah.
I want these renegades.
Blah 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 blah. Okay. Anyway, we're just here for the experience, and it's on the way, so it seems a waste to not just knock it out. Know what I mean, Jelly Bean? Alright. Okay, I'm going first, and so that way I can hit the objective. Oh, I can't do it while fighting? Come on. I was assuming you would target him, but okay. There we go. Let me just hit this. Move that over there. Alright. So we have to destroy the slaves, but, you know, that's not hard. Knock that out. I tell you what, though, I am really happy that we have an actual red lightsaber this time. That it's just so nice to have an actual, like, correct, like, red Sith lightsaber. It's a nice change of scenery. I love my black and purple ones. The problem is they've just grown a little old for me just because of exposure. That I'm just very used to them, you know what I mean? And because I'm so used to them, they seem boring, even though black and purple is just a really crazy awesome combination. And so, you know, it's just one of those things that they're not any less cool. The problem is that I am just very used to them. So of course, in time, I would love to. Anyway, I lost my train of thought. But the point is, I'm very happy that we're using something else. It is a very nice change of scenery to be back to a different color. So I use my black and purples. I've used them for years, and I'm I'm kind of tired of them. So I noticed that with actually my other characters too. That I with my other Inquisitor, my level 70, is I just changed her lightsaber, so she's using a magenta saber. So it's like almost pink. It's like a pink, and it's like a sort of a cross between pink and purple, something like that. But it looks really cool, and the blade looks really cool and really different, and that's fun. So yeah, the blade looks very cool, and I updated her saber, so now her other saber looks really cool and fun. So all kinds of good stuff is going down there. And in the future, I am going to continue to strive to have different sabers and different color stuff for people, because now that I've used the black and purple, I don't want to keep using it for everybody. Anyway, so we will try to continue to make sure I change them up and switch them up, just to keep it fresh. You just get tired of using the same stuff. Zap. Oh man, I love the Inquisitor, dude. It's so weird though, using this Inquisitor after using my other one, because this Inquisitor, the stuff is a little different. Like, I have updated abilities, so like this one actually gets replaced on my other one with one called Lightning Bolt, I think, and it's like this but crazy powerful. And this one I have on my number 7, and then Chain Lightning is right next to it, and then this one is moved over here, and then I have this other ability where it's like this channeling force blast that's really powerful, and that one sits on number 2. So there's a lot of differences, and our abilities will be matching those ones, so long as I remember correctly. And these abilities will be matching those as soon as we get that far, because it's a really nice way to have everything. If you mirror everything, it makes it easier to use. It's less confusing. Less confusing to switch between the two, I should say. You know, I wonder what we should do after we finish Sunset Overdrive. I don't know exactly how much time we have left, and I'm not in a hurry to, like, a crazy hurry to finish it or anything. I'm having a blast with that game, and I'm having a blast with that game, and I'm not in a crazy hurry to finish it or anything. But I do wonder what we should do once we do finish it. I do wonder. Go in, Kem. Attack. Oh, that's my bad. I hit the wrong button. He's like, I would if you would tap the right button. Kill him. Bam. Bam. Dead. The gift train is start, dude. We're already working our way up to gifts. So many. Oops. Just fry this pathetic little slave. Boop. Let me just heal really quick. Okay. Let's go. That is a lot of slaves. You know, it's something you should, like, a good little tip is the more people are in one group, that means as far as I've been able to tell, the weaker they are. So if there's one guy by himself, that dude is powerful. You know, that he's something you should watch out for. If there is, 3 people in a group or 4 people, then, that means that they're pretty normal. But if there is like 5 or 6 or something, then that means most of the time, a good rule of thumb, that means that they're incredibly weak. Because it's about balance, right? Because if you have way too many powerful people right next to each other, well, then everyone's gonna die when they try and fight them. So it makes sense that you don't want to overwhelm people. You bloody little weak sauce apprentices. Look at these little level 13s in like the standard armor. I'm not gonna try and steal it from her. Go ahead. You were waiting in line first. Hurry up, though. I could have easily stolen it. You were moving so stinking slow. See, this is respect, kids. I waited until he had it, or she had it, whatever. I waited until they had it so that I could get it, because it's the polite thing to do, man. And I don't like stealing stuff from people. I only do it out of spite when people do it to me first. But I don't like to do it first, so I waited for them to have it so they could go on. Plus, they're standing right next to each other. Odds are they're playing together, and so the other guy goes ahead while the other one's waiting for the objective. I don't want them to get too separated, because I'm a nice guy like that, okay? I'm a nice guy like that. Okay. The last objective is just right down there. Told you they're weak. I don't even have to hit the rest of my abilities, because they just die. Blech. Alright, the last one is down here. that up. There we go. And alright, that was the last one. So now all we have to do is go back. What we're going to do here, there we go, is we're going to return to Lord Drowl. And the reason why is because that way when we do that, when we're done with our objective, our story objective, we can just teleport back home without having to come back here. It saves you time. Fear not, it saves you time. Let's go, Kem. Do. Oh, Lord Drow. The slaves I've been taking care of.
You were right.
Perfect. It doesn't really matter. I don't have another one, I don't think. Yeah. Let's say I'm not wearing another one, so any of them would be an improvement over none. There we go. Alright, now we have that. Now we can go ahead and head towards our actual story objective. Yeah, I really have got to plan and think about what we should do next for our B game. Really should figure that out. I mean, again, I don't know how close we are, but I don't know, man. You know what? The other actual interesting thing that I found out, there's actually DLC for Sunset Overdrive. I actually didn't know that. And, I mean, even if there was, it doesn't really matter, because I might not have waited anyway. I love that game. And so the game is really fun by itself. And it's one of those things that we could technically come back. So anyway, we could come back. But I looked at it, there actually is 2 DLCs for Sunset Overdrive. So at some point in our life, we will have money. At some point in my life, we'll have money. And when I do have money again, then I will pick up the Sunset Overdrive DLC, and then at some time down the road, we will be returning to Sunset City to do those DLCs, but it's nothing crazy substantial. It's a couple of missions, a couple of new weapons, stuff like that. So it's a few new missions, a few new weapons, so they're nothing crazy substantial as far as based on their little description is what it seemed like to me. They didn't seem crazy, but we will do them in the future. But it's easy because you can just return and then the game is just waiting for you, so that's easy. And again, we're not going to talk to this guy.
You've been I'll see what I can do. But I remember what it was like, being one of them.
Yeah, look for it.
Anyway, I just wanted to see that because that little dialogue was different than the other one. Anywho. Okay, make sure we're... Yep. Alright. So our story objective is to collect fragmented archaeological plans. A Sith who cannot finish a statue does not deserve a statue. That's fair enough. That's a great thought, Kim. But while we're over here, we are just going to hit that other little mission because, again, it's right on the way. It's like practically free experience. We're just gonna hit it right there. What we got? Hey, there's 2 of 3. That was easy. Fry, little slaves. Fly. Fly. Fly, my pretties. No. I meant to say fry. Let me just heal up a little bit. There we go. Alrighty. Kill him. Wait for it. There's the other archaeological plans I need. Oh, it's not the actual plans. That's the one for the, for this. The rando side mission. Blah, 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 blah.
What is that? I was a slave myself.
Yes,
By all. The Empire will hit. I wish you were.
Farewell.
There we go. Okay. Then we have that. Now all we have to do is return. But of course we will, you know, finish what we're doing over here first. Up. Burn. You cannot hide what's inside? I was supposed to say, I'm assuming there's a third one. Hey.
Does this mean you found them? You found the archaeological plans?
Of course, my master.
Fantastic. I never doubted you. Now, let me see. Ah, yes. How clever. There's a chamber hidden under the Colossus itself. I bet my complete collection of Naga Sado's Yavin 4 writings that you'll find what we're looking for in this chamber.
As you say.
There should be a hidden entrance near the Colossus. It looks like Scotia has an entire underground base. You're looking for a tablet. The tablet is the symbol of leadership of an obscure Trandoshan cult. The lizards believe it was a gift from their deity, the Scorekeeper. Scotia stole the tablet and uses it to exert control over his Trandoshan bodyguards. Give them their relic, and Scotia's power over his bodyguards will turn to vapor.
His own defenses will be his downfall.
You could try it. It might weaken him a little. Scotia's not stupid enough to retain guards who could actually overpower him. The main thing is to keep Scotia's bodyguards off you. The plans suggest Scotia's apprentices guard this base. I don't doubt they hold the keys to acquiring the Trandoshan tablet. Best kill them all to be sure.
Inopis just nas jans, now mipan.
Command me and I will eat them. There we go. We have our orders. So, one little, facet that we just have to accept is that part of our what's in character is my character is, to make sure that she is like as safe as possible and that Zash doesn't like get pissed off and kill her. So basically, for self-preservation, she is going to be as respectful as possible. Like, you know what I mean? She's going to be the ideal apprentice. Is the idea. Because again, she's very cunning. That's like one of this character's biggest features, I think, and is what I picture. You know what I mean? So if it's one of this character's biggest features, then they have to be very good at keeping themselves alive, right? So part of our character is going to be being very nice to Zash, being the ideal apprentice, more or less, while at the same time preparing to like watching her own back and not believing for a second that anything lasts forever. You know what I mean? So basically ensuring her own survival even when Zash turns on her, because, all Sith eventually turn on each other. And, so basically that's her idea. So that's the reason that she's going to be nice. Now we're going to have to accept that Kem's not going to like that, because Kem doesn't like you being respectful to people. He doesn't like that. He gets pretty pissed. So we're going to have to accept that we're not going to gain, he's not going to love every decision, but it doesn't matter what he likes, or any of the other companions like, for that matter, because it's like, my decisions are my decisions. If they like it, they're a great companion. If they don't, they weren't that great anyway. And that's the problem, is that, it can be really hard to do that, because it's sometimes hard to, to tell yourself you don't have to please everybody, because it's often my natural response is to try and please everyone. But you have to remind yourself, you know what, no, I'm playing this in character, this is what this character would do, it's like, the characters, my companions don't have to like it, If they do, great. If not, well, it's, it's no skin off my nose. That's the idea, anyway. So I have to continuously remind myself of that. Oh, they all died from that. How convenient. Anyway, so we are going to run around and get this bonus objective because, free experience. And the faster we level up now, the easier it will be later. Because, yeah, the more we level up right now, then we don't have to worry about... The more we level up now, then we're not going to have to worry about... Well, I mean, it'll be easier later, because the more I level here, the less I will have to level anywhere else, somewhere else. That means that we can get through our story faster, so... Makes sense to me. Oops, not that. This. Let me just top off our health here. That's the problem, is that I get impatient, is that I want to just, attack quicker. But the problem is that my character is kind of squishy, so I get more wounded if I just start attacking people. I have to send Kem in first, so that most of the time they target him first. Is the idea. But I get impatient, wanting to be quicker, so I just attack, and therefore I get hurt more. So The ideal thing will be to like take a deep breath and wait. Let's see here. Is that everybody? Oh, we're at 17 to 25, so we're pretty stinking close. But we actually have to go up here anyway, so that's actually, it doesn't matter that we're gonna do that right now. Huh, they all died from that. Pathetic. Alright, that'll be 20. Haha. Get stunned, idiot. Alright, this time I'll send him in first. Go for it. You know, I keep wanting to hit, like, Crushing Darkness and then Affliction, but the thing about that is, like, these guys aren't strong enough for that. Like, you know, it's a really good ability, but it's like, I mean, it's a really great combo. It does a lot of damage, but, like, they don't survive long enough with my regular lightning attacks for it to really matter. So you're like, you know, like, what's the point? You know what I mean? So it doesn't really matter. Alright, looks like we're going this way. Anyway, so it doesn't really matter all that much, because I'm like, my regular attacks is more than enough to kill them, so why bother? Like, I know one he's hiding behind the other side. There's 23, just about there. Alright, you can go into that one, and I'll get this one. 8, there's our bonus objective. Too easy. Okay, you get that guy, I'll get these little peons. And I don't know if they're part of one group or if they're separate, but these guys aren't strong enough to stop me anyway. She was so weak, I just hit her with Affliction and she died. Lols. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they actually weren't part of the same group, but it's whatever. It doesn't matter. Get 'em! How dare you smack me? Do you know who I am? Let me just hop off. There we go. Okay. Moving on. You can go in first on that guy. Hiya! That's another one. Okay, one of our objectives is back here. Is this guy alone? Pretty sure he is. Alright, go in first. There we go. There's another one. Last one is over here. And you. Have any loot? No. Alright. Get that one, I'll get this one. Wow, I literally did all of that, Kim. You did nothing. He couldn't even find him. He's like, I don't get it. And I'm like, forget it. Forget it. I almost didn't see that guy. His armor makes him blend into that wall so good. Almost didn't even see him. There we go. Alright, let's go. Pretty sure that was just one hallway up. Yes. Good. All according to plan, as it were. Anyway, other thing I actually meant to mention. So earlier today, just right before this, I put up a positive anime review Death March to a Parallel World. No, yeah, Death March to a Parallel World Rhapsody, I think is the name. Really long name, but regardless, it was really good. So I put up the positive anime review on that, and that'll be the first video with our new updated outro. And this video, of course, will have it, and every video going forward will have it. So I did update our outro. I used that over the weekend because I did take the weekend off, obviously, for videos, which was honestly really nice. It was really cool to be able to catch up on some other stuff. So every so often I will be doing that more often. I will every so often I will do that just to give myself a breather and make myself excited and stuff for my videos. Anywho, so I did update the outro though, and this video will be our new updated outro, and of course the video Sunset Overdrive will have it from today, but our positive anime review is the first one with the new outro. So I do recommend checking it out, as I think it's one of my best. It came out really good, so I am very, very proud about how that one turned out, and just because our clips were really good this time. And that's the thing, is I often forget to like write down if I have a great clip. I notice that while I'm editing, I often forget. And that's the problem, is I gotta make sure I'm writing any good clips down, because if I don't, then we don't have updated outros, and then we have to use the same outro for a long time. So, which can be unpleasant. If you get tired of it, you're ready to switch. So we will have to make sure I'm keeping that on the ball for that. I'm like, the rock, or whatever. I'm like, don't try to sneak up on me. Thought he was clever, getting in a sneak attack. Alright. Now we can actually teleport. Let's see, where the heck are we? Down there. Flip, alright. Let me just... Yeah, I don't think there is a thing. I don't think there is a... Oh yeah, I actually think we are going to have to go backtrack a little bit, so... We will have to, because yeah, there's no teleportation point next to the ensign guy. Next to Corian Shy, I think is how you pronounce his name. But anyway, there's no little point next to him, so I'm pretty sure. So we are gonna have to run out manually. But then after we turn that in, then we can teleport back to Lord Zash. So that's pretty easy. Now with my high level Inquisitor, I did buy some more things. I'm just like spending money, just trying to get rid of money that I have to spend anyway. One of the things I bought, of course, is this, but that wasn't new. What is new is I bought this. So I have the cooldown for our starship, so I can spam our starship. So basically, there's no cooldown on that anymore, and there's no cooldown on our regular one. But with my other Inquisitor, I bought Companion Dance, so you hit this ability, and then you and your companion can dance together. So that's fun. At some point, I will show that off, and so that's pretty cool. And then I bought tech emotes, so you can do /datapad, /holocom, and /map, and they do stuff, I don't know. And then I did tool emotes, so you'll do /scan, /scanned green, binoculars. I don't know why I was so retarded at that word. Anyway, it's just, it looked weird. My brain was dividing that really weird. Darn my dyslexia. And then /weld. So, and though they were pretty cheap. The last one I'll buy is double lasers, so you can type in /double lasers. So when I get enough money, because that's the thing, when you're level 70, or even when you're max out level, even as preferred player, you gain money really fast. And even without being subscribed, you do. So you gain so much money that you have to spend it, because really quickly you build it up. So you sort of have to spend it. So yeah, you sort of have to spend it anyway, so it doesn't take very long to build up 150,000. You'd be surprised. You'd be surprised. So, oh, dang it. I almost walked right into those guys. Always better to get off the first move. Kim's like, I got a kill. I'm like, I'm so proud. I'm so proud. There is one of the upgrades is you can buy one to reduce the cooldown of force speed. I almost always get that upgrade. Oh, actually, we did get one combat proficiency point, and I used it to increase the damage of Force Storm by 25%. And because it makes sense, I use Force Storm a lot, so it makes sense to make it really, really good. And it just makes sense. But anyway, I don't think... Yeah, there's nothing right there, so yeah, we'll have to travel there manually. Which is, it's not the end of the world. It's not very far. And sometimes it is the end of the, sometimes it is very far, so the fact that it's only right there, we should be pretty thankful for that. Anyway, I might use the red saber the whole time, like even if I have to pull the this crystal from my other sabers, make sure they're red. I might do that just because if I want to do an actual red saber this time around, then it might be easier. And we might get a lightsaber crystal that's a different color, maybe, but I really like having just a regular red one for once. So I might actually just keep the standard red saber color. And even if I have to pull the crystal from this saber every time we upgrade, I'll still do it. I'll still do it. There we go. You're lucky I wanted to turn this in, little ensign guy.
It's good to...
Alright, blah 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 blah, brought a message, blah 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 blah.
A slave can become Sith. Never forget.
That strikes a chord personally,
Yes.
I imagine. And he's like, do slaves really think they can become Sith? I'm like, hold your tongue, peasant. Slaves can become Sith. I'm living proof of that. Like, oh, you did not just say that to me. Get that. Okay. Now we can teleport back to Zash. Let's go. Okay, here we are. So now we're going to pick up our new ability or abilities. So this is another instant heal one. It's really, really cool and very, very helpful. Let me just move those over a little bit. Okay, and then we also have Jolt, which is, of course, just really nice. Being able to interrupt the enemy abilities is just invaluable. Very simple, very, very handy. So, very, very cool. Okay, Zash, what is up?
I've recovered the Trandoshan relic.
Then we've both had success in our endeavors. But the Trandoshan bodyguards are only part of Scotia's defense. His greatest weakness is that he's mostly machine. The rogue Sith Lord, Grathan, is holding a cyborg expert named Dorotsek captive. He has developed a neutralizer for me, the kind that should destroy Scotia's cyborg elements. Find Dorotsek, get him to tell you where the neutralizer is, and then silence him.
Of course, my master.
Grathan's estate is in the jungle. Interrogate the scientist. With any luck, Scotia will soon be out of our way, and then we'll be free to pursue Tulak Horde's lost power as we please.
Ha! The power of Tulak Horde is in the hands of a child. What a mockery. I was like, calm yourself, Cam. Calm yourself. Let's see. Let me just... Oh, that is better. It's an improvement. Anyway, but as you can see, we are playing in character. We are being very like, yes, master, of course, master. Whatever you say, master. Because, you know, again, it's all part of the act, as it were. But I feel like something interesting that I have been thinking about. So I think one of the reasons that like my Sith, whether it's her or my other Inquisitor or Gloric or whatever, or any Sith I've ever been, I think one of the reasons that obviously it's part of the game, right? Because you're the main character of your story, so obviously you're going to be more powerful than the peons around you. But in game, like just story lore wise, I think one of the reasons that my character, other than the fact that in a game sense that you're the main character, so you can't be weaker than everyone around you. Other than that, one of the main reasons that I think my Sith is more powerful than the others is because a lot of Sith are very inclined to send their apprentices to go do things for them. You know what I mean? That like they're like with Zash, he's like, okay, I'm sending you to go handle, you know, Scotia. I'm sending you to go handle this. I'm sending you to go handle that. And it's always that, you know what I mean? But with my Sith, if you think about Inquisitor or Gloric, whenever anything's happening, like even down the road, even after like for Gloric, for example, when you're the Emperor's Wrath, you don't have, and you like. Sort of, I mean, you do have an apprentice, right? In the Sith Warrior, you have Jaisa, but you don't send Jaisa to go do everything for you. You know, if you're as the Emperor's Wrath, then you have the power to be like, you know, go do this, peasant. I don't feel like it. You know what I mean? You could 100% do that, and a lot of Sith do that in this game. I mean, even if it was like, you know, outside of the actual game stuff. Oh, look, a legacy vendor.
Care to take a look at our ordnance?
Think there's anything good here? What is this? Whole bunch of agent stuff. Agent.
For the Empire.
Is there any like non-agent legacy
Here's
vendors?
what I got. Look quick if you want.
Hunter.
Bring your creds back in
Interesting. I forgot these even existed.
Looking to upgrade your arsenal?
Juggernaut.
What can I get for you?
Inquisitor. Oh. So they have some like specific Inquisitor armors here. They're kind of expensive, but they do look really cool though. Some of them look really cool. Wow, that is just very fancy. Let me just figure. There we go. Wow, is that the default color? Is that bright purple? Gee whiz. I mean, I'm okay with that. Bright purple is a great color. Now, some of them are just with money, and then other ones looks like they're not with just money. The Exalted robe I really like because it's like very like Jace-esque, and I do like that. Like dyed, if you could get that and dye it black, oh my gosh. Be still my beating heart. So this, like, what do you need for this? Level 32. Birthright jacket construction kit. Okay, so some of this stuff, it's like crafting related, but this stuff, the one I really like, is actually just money, and it's within the preferred player's price range, which is what's really important. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is just Jace's armor. Like, I'm pretty sure that's Jace's default armor, but with the hood down. I'm pretty sure. Which is great. Jace's armor is awesome. Well, it actually might be a little different, though. I think the top is different. I'm pretty sure Jace's looks a little different than that. But anyway, it is similar, and that's really cool. I actually might get that at some point, but I'm going to remember this stuff is here. The legacy vendors have some cool-looking stuff. Like, you know, Juggernaut armor. That's very Juggernaut and very cool-looking, dude. Like, obviously, like, for, you know, an actual Juggernaut, but interesting. I'm going to remember this stuff is here. Very cool. Very cool. So yeah, we might, I mean, heck, you can get more than one outfit. You can have up to like freaking 8 or something. I've only ever had the max of 2. But you could grab additional and grab another outfit and have that one. And so equip the other one. We might do that. Plus, it's a great way to spend your money, considering you were going to have to do it anyway. And plus, and it's really cool armor. But I'm going to remember that stuff is there, because that's really cool. But anyway, the reason we're back in the boonies over here is because I need to drop off my gifts. Because they are starting to gather quickly. Actually, we can probably stack them 4 high for now. And see how screwed we get. But we can actually buy another slot. I think our 4th slot's only 5 grand. Yeah. I have learned that it's worth getting as early as possible. Perfect. Alright. This way. And I think isn't it level 25 when preferred players can use their speeder? I can actually check, I think, while I run here. Let's see. Actually, I might not be able to check. Well, I don't know. I might be able to. Let's see here. Interesting. Interesting. I don't know why I'm running to this speeder. That was not very smart. It's like there's a closer speeder than that. I don't know why I ran to this one. Whatever. That's what you get for being on autopilot, guys. That's what happens when you're thinking about other things and then running at the same time. That's what happens. Anywho. Okay, we're almost to the actual speeder now. I don't know why I ran to this guy. Let's go, let's go, let's go. But something I do want to look up. We'll have to just look it up manually. Okay, we're going to the wall. That's easy. To the wall. From the window to the wall, you might say. From the window to the wall. Copyright strike. No, I'm kidding. Anyway, so what was I gonna say? Oh, right. So there are other companions that I've actually never used or gotten. Let's see here. It is these ones. Okay, so there is HK51. But there is a set of missions, and you have to like find parts and stuff, so it's a little complicated. But I do need to look at that. Plus, as part of being, because I used to be a subscriber. At that time, I got something like in one of my letters in my mailbox is something about a companion that I have to unlock. And then there is Treek, which is a set of. Which is like a mercenary contract. You can also buy it on the cartel market, so it's from a legacy vendor. So I might be able to have the ability, because I have a maxed out legacy. I have a level 50 legacy. It doesn't go higher than that. So because my legacy is maxed out, I might be able to do that. But anyway, I really should look at. I'm really interested in HK51. I'm not so much interested in Treek, because ultimately he's just an Ewok. Even if he's a cool Ewok, he's still just an Ewok. And considering I'm a dark side player, he's no way he's gonna like me. I mean, it's possible, I guess, technically. But now I'm actually curious. But at some point, I should, like, really soon here, I should do that. I'm just, like, realizing all these things, you know what I mean? Like, I talked earlier about how you can buy all this stuff, and I didn't even look at it, and, like, you can, like, get these new companions I've never gotten, and, like, just, like, datacrons. Like, I really need to do a datacron run, just start unlocking them all, because they're just great passive abilities to have unlocked. I need to do that. I need to look into actually getting these other companions. So it's like, because I've been playing so much because of YouTube and stuff, it makes me want to play more and unlock more and stuff. And considering all the years I've been playing this game, it's funny that I spent so many years just sort of playing how I played and just not really thinking about it. It's just funny the way that kind of turned out. Anyway, so we are going to run into our story objective here. Kem thinks hiding behind walls is cowardly. Anyway, which, you know, no surprise there. But anyway, so it's in Grathan. Grathan's compound is this one. These are all the heroic stuff, and I'll do that off camera, of course. I'll probably do it right after I record, because I'm already here. I mean, I don't know. I don't have to. I guess I could do it after I could do it, like, this evening later on. Yeah, we might actually do that. But anyway, we'll just have to see. We'll just have to see. Anyway, let me grab these. Oh, I thought there was more. I was like, is there more? Fry these little peasants really quick. There's some gauntlets. I don't know if they're better. No, they're not. No, they're not. Alrighty. Anyway, I will grind our way there. I keep occurring to me that I don't have to like make you guys drag through this. I'm gonna head to our objective. I'll see you guys there. Okay, here we are at our objective. Something else that I should do at some point soon here. I should show you guys my strongholds. I really should do that at some point here. Anyway, at some point we'll do a stronghold tour, like with a clickbaity title. No, I'm kidding. We might do a stronghold tour at some point. They're not that great. They're not that great. Because decorating strongholds is a crazy feat. It's so much time spent figuring out the ridiculously painfully complicated crafting system in this game. It's the reason one of my characters, I think with my Marauder, I was trying to figure out crafting, and I really went hard on it for a while, and it's just really hard and complicated. Anyway, I'm here to get your device.
Please. Tell me Lord Zash sent you. Please. I can't stand it here any longer. I don't want to die.
Are you Grathan's cyborg expert in chains?
Yes, I am. And I got just what you need. Just what Lord Zash ordered. My finest work yet, though I don't quite see what the use of it is.
What makes you say that?
The neutralizer works by hijacking the cyber neural center, causing it to fire impulses so rapidly it overloads. Real cutting-edge tech and real expensive to develop. It'll work like a charm on a droid, but it's a one-off and too expensive for mass production.
I only need to use it once.
If you're sure of that, Lord Zash commissioned this weapon against cyborgs. The thing is, most cyborgs are only 10% machine. You need someone at least 50% machine for the neutralizer to do any real damage.
Oh, my mark's 50% machine, at least.
I don't want to know. I don't want to know. If you want it, take it. It's only a prototype, but I guess it'll work if there's one droid you really want to bash. It's in the lab building, can't be missed. But Grathan wouldn't let me have the power cells I need to power it. You'll need to steal those off his droids.
Looks like it's your turn to die now.
No, please. Lord Zash said she'd free me.
Hey, there we go. Plus, this way he can't, Scotia can't use him. I mean, Scotia can't use him, Grathan can't use him, nobody can use him now. And that's the point. Now, I got the tech I needed, and I'm not going to need him again. So, it's just like, there you go, it's all I ever needed. One of you has the pots I need. I need power cells. Oh. It has one downside. That's why I'm one of those people that, like, I see like, oh yeah, you know, it's +7 mastery and +2 power and +10 force power. But it's like, but it's -5 accuracy. So because there's a minus, I don't want to do it. So it's like, I'll just wait until I get one that's 100% better. Because if there's any downside, I'd rather just wait. And, you know, maybe that's not the right decision, but whatever. That's how I've pretty much always played. If there's any downside, then I'll just wait till I have one that's 100% better. Alright, there's one. All these freaking players running around. Go away, everybody. I need kills. Everybody's freaking dead. Wow, they really cleaned this place out. Normally this place is crawling with guys. Finally, someone who's alive. I mean, I don't even think these guys count. Oh, wow, they did count. What luck. Do the guys in here count? Probably not, right? Oh, they do. Well, that's easy. Alright. Those guys particularly didn't have one, but now that I know they count, it's much easier. The problem is all the players are just like, they're like, all right, new goal, let's kill everybody within a 5-mile radius. You're like, since when? Players by and large like to avoid combat because they're like, you know, it's faster if I don't. But we found it anyway, so it doesn't really matter. We got through it, even though the players exterminated everybody, and for once I actually needed enemies to fight. And I'm pretty sure it's probably inside. Looks like it. Yes. Yes, it is, kids. Grathan Estate. Locations. This way. Follow me, Cam. We are saving though, and eventually, when I think it's 15,000, when we have 15,000, at some point we should go to the security key vendor, because the vendor has the skin that we are going to give to Cam. It's the one I use most of the time. It's my favorite one so far that I've seen, and because there's a lot of options. There's like 4 or 5 vendors or something, like companion customization vendors throughout the game, as far as I know. I only know the one on Balmora for sure because I looked it up, but I'll probably look up a list again at some point pretty quick so that I can find more. But of the ones that I know of the skins I've seen, the one that is in the security key vendor has my favorite chem skin so far. So it's 15,000 for that. Honestly, we should probably wait till we have at least 30,000 because then we can grab the mouse droid too, which would be fun because the mouse droid is adorable. Speaking of which, is my lizard with me? I haven't seen him in a while. I haven't heard his cute little laughter behind me. You have to make sure, because they tend to like get despawned. They tend to get stuck places, and then you'll like go through loading screens and you'll lose them. So you kind of have to reactivate them every so often. Even though it says, oh yeah, he's on. You'd be like, yeah, but I don't know where he is. So it's one of those things you kind of have to hit more than once. This place makes me uncomfortable. This is literally just all he says. Yeah, how do you like that, scrub? I'm like, hey, you zapped us. I don't like being zapped. Alright, there's some bonus objectives. Researchers need to die. Consoles need to break. We can do that. Are the consoles like really lit up and easy to find, or are they like oh, they're very easy to find. Very, very bright and blue. Well, that's easy. Like, yeah, we should absolutely get that bonus objective. Less leveling up I have to do later. There's one. Luckily, we're in a phase here, so that people can't steal things out from under me. So we don't have to worry about, like, anyone stealing anything. Some random lone researcher. Ah. This cam just comes in flying from over my head. There we go. They're protecting a console, and I can't stand for it. Hey, there's 2 of 3. Alright, last little corner here. The last melon. Let's see here. I need but one more. He was just in the way. Honestly. Let's see, I need one more console. I think it's probably up there. I don't want to hit the objective in the middle until I know that I got the bonus objective, because I'm really worried about missing it for no reason whatsoever. Ah, there's one. Move it, idiot. You couldn't save your precious console, nerd. Glory to death. Alright, now we can hit our main story objective. Gimme, gimme, gimme. There we go. Destroy Gath and security droids. Alright, you get the big one, Cam, I'll get the little peons. Let me just hit you with this and this. See how fast his health tanked when I hit him with the, like, crushing darkness and affliction? It's too good, man. It's really strong. Slide that over there. There we go. Now we can grab our little device. Bam. Alright. Back to Lord Zash. Alright, here we are. Lord Zash, I have the device.
Not a moment too soon, apprentice. Tell me we were successful. Tell me you have the tech we need to destroy Scotia.
I have the prototype.
Fantastic. Magnificent. Perfect. Then the time to do the deed is now. Scotia is in his chambers as we speak. Be ready. Even with the power you have over him, he will be a frightful sight.
The little Sith and I will
Set your
feast.
nerves of cortosis. Turn your fear into hatred. Remember, Scotia stands between us and glory.
Let's get to the killing.
Good. Now listen closely. This is how you will kill Scotia. The relic you found under the Colossus is the key to Scotia's power over his Trandoshan bodyguards. Go to Scotia's chambers and show them the relic. The Trandoshans should stand down, or attack him or something. The confusion should be enough. This is the first step.
Then I use the anti-cyborg prototype to disable him, right?
Exactly. With the bodyguards gone, you can get close enough to Scotia to use the prototype you stole from Graffens. But be mindful. Scotia may be more machine than man, but he's no weakling in the Force. Killing him will still be a challenge.
It wouldn't be fun if it wasn't.
I wish I could be there to see the contortions on Scotia's malformed face when you destroy him. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm due to make an appearance at a party in the Nexus Room Cantina. Meet me there when you're done.
There we go. Can I just say, though, I love the fact that Kem calls me Little Sith. That is adorable. That is just, like, the cutest thing. But like, aw, Kem, you have a nickname for me. That's so cute. He's like, it's more like the fact that you're, like, half my size and weight. I'm like, don't ruin it. It's definitely a cute little nickname. I love you too, big teddy bear. Alright. Looks like we're not headed very far. That's for sure. Looks like it's just right here. Right there. It is right there. Alright, let's do this. Let's kill Scotia and learn of our own power and laugh at the fact that we are more powerful than him. My master, the soft-skinned one, the toy of Zash, approaches.
I see.
What would you have us do, my master?
Nothing yet. What makes this slave so bold as to enter my chambers? Tell me, slave, are you insane, or do you have a death wish?
I've been asked to kill you, and I hate to disappoint.
Skisk.
Yes, my master. Skisk won't be able to stop me. It will be our pleasure, my master.
I'm your master now.
Yes, the tablet. It has the tablet. Skisk, my brother, what do we do? It has the tablet. We must obey. That's what I thought.
Clever. Zash must have stayed up many a night to think of that one. I suppose you'll be sending my bodyguards away now, or maybe you'll order them to kill me.
It should at least be entertaining. Tear him to pieces.
As you wish, my master.
You shouldn't have done that. The bodyguards, they're nothing. Show. But you subverted my authority, took my slaves from me, and that makes me angry. And killing you will be over too soon. No. I think you're going to have to suffer first.
I would have liked to have kept them, but But the problem is I don't think you. Pretty sure you can't. Otherwise, I would have. Yep, not that powerful. I'm not even gonna bother with crushing darkness. He won't be alive long enough. Hey, there you go. Told you. Told ya. But yeah, I would have loved to have kept the bodyguards, but you can't actually keep them as actual slaves. Otherwise, I would have.
Is this... Did you... Zash! Zash! You've killed me!
Don't blame Zash. This is all me.
Mindless. You don't know what Zash can do. Think of how many years she must have spent plotting my death. She will kill you, just like she's killed me.
If that day comes, I'll be ready for her.
Oh, please. I like that because now that, like, I'm alone, like, my true colors show up, you know what I mean? That I'm like, yeah, this isn't Zash, bro, this is all me. You know what I mean? And then, like, he'll be like, you know, she'll kill you just like she killed me. And I'm like, if that day comes, I'll be ready. You know, it's like, she's only, like, a loyal, of course, master, yes, master, when she's with, like, in Zash's face. But otherwise, she's like, screw you, bro. Believe you me, I am not scared of Zash, and I am planning for the day when she turns on me. Let's see. Okay. This way. This way. Whoop. Oh, we can actually talk to Kim in here. We will do that before we leave. The dark side grows weaker on freaking Dromund Kaas. Who is the weak piece of crap that's doing light side options on Dromund Kaas? I almost said something else. Admittedly, but don't worry. Self-edit. Don't worry. It's fine.
Well, when I'd heard she'd taken up with a Mandalorian, I was scandalized. Just scandalized.
A Mandalorian? Does nobody value Sith blood these days?
I know. Don't you think so, Zash?
These prattling creatures call themselves Sith? The legacy of Tulak Horde is lost.
I'm sorry. Will you excuse me? I need to have a quick chat with my apprentice.
If you must. Now, as I was saying.
Thank the Emperor you've arrived. It doesn't matter how much one drinks. These parties are just dull. I hope you've come to cheer me up.
I have done as you wished, and killed the Darth.
Brilliant. Simply brilliant. You have performed magnificently, apprentice. None of this would have been possible without you.
Lord Zash.
Darth Anaton, I'm honored.
Don't let me interrupt you.
Don't go anywhere just yet, apprentice. This call won't take long, and I have some further instructions for you. As I said, my lord, I'm honored, but why call me?
You have nerve, Zash. Nerve. But I thought you were smarter.
With all respect, Darth Thanaton, I don't know what you're talking about.
Don't play ignorant with me, Zash. Scotia's dead, and you killed him.
Scotia? Dead? That's the first I've heard of it. When did this happen?
Just now, Zash, and you know it. What did you expect to gain? His position? His title? You know it doesn't work that way. Where's your discretion?
Discretion? I've been at this party for ages. I may have had a little much to drink, but I'm fairly certain I haven't murdered anyone. Though I have always fancied Scotia's chambers. So much more shelf space.
Zash, I don't want to have this conversation by hollow. Report to my chambers immediately.
Yes, Darth Thanaton. It'll be my pleasure.
Looks like you have a meeting to get to.
Give me time to talk to Thanaton, and then meet me in Darth Scotia's chambers. And don't worry, you've played your part, now it's time for me to play mine. We did it, apprentice.
Oh yeah, team effort for sure. Without you, I wouldn't have survived. Of course. It's not like I completely did everything and all you did was nothing. Just saying. And plus, if my character's already powerful enough to fight a Darth, I mean, you don't get the title of Darth for like nothing. You know what I mean? Like it's like it's not just bestowed upon anybody. It's not an honorary title. It's Darth is a symbol of power. Like literally what the whole Darth title, the title of Darth is in the Sith world, it's a title that is a challenge. It's basically meaning it is, if you have a title of Darth, it means that you are daring anyone. It's so that way your enemies can know you're the leader, you're the boss, and it's proof that you're not scared, and you want them to know who you are because you don't think they're powerful enough to stop you. It's a challenge to fight, is what it is. That's what the title of Darth means. It means you're a Sith, and it means you're like, I dare you to fight me. You're too weak to stop me. That type of thing. That's how it works. That's what the title of Darth means. Just fun fact for you. Some Star Wars knowledge for you guys.
There she is. It's Lord Zash's apprentice. Surely she knows.
You wouldn't tell us if she did.
More prattle. It hurts my ears.
Still, it doesn't hurt to ask, does it?
Colonel, let it rest.
I will not let it rest. Everyone knows Lord Zash was at the party when Scotia was killed, and yet everyone knows she killed him. She somehow devised a way of being in two places at once. If I let it rest, we'll all be dead.
Don't be silly. I'm the one who killed Scotia.
Now you're the one who's being silly.
I wouldn't underestimate her, Colonel. She looks dangerous enough to me.
But a Dark Lord of the Sith? She's only an apprentice, Calaveras. Please, you must tell me. How did Zash kill Darth Scotia?
How many times do I have to say it? It was me, 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 me.
Clearly she's
She's
not going
getting
to
upset.
tell you, Colonel. Let it rest.
Fine then, fine. But I'm warning you, Calaveras. Lord Zash is becoming too powerful too quickly. Since when has anyone in the history of the Sith committed a murder so brazenly, yet made it appear that she was somewhere else the entire time? It's enough to wake the Emperor, I tell you.
I'm like, I hate those people. I feel like that's actually a sign of like her, that's like another like sign of her personality, that she gets offended that everyone thinks that she's nothing, because again, it's part of her like crazy like over the top pride. She's like, how dare you assume that I didn't kill him, like, you know what I mean? So it actually pisses her off. Like, how many times do I have to tell you, like, that was my kill, I did it, she didn't do crap. Like, it actually pisses her off. So that's fun. It's part of the roleplay.
Perfect timing, apprentice. I just met with that insufferable Thanaton, and I have good news.
Everyone's talking about how you killed Scotia.
Good. Let them talk. They can't prove anything, and it'll drive them mad. And my meeting went exactly as I planned. You would have been proud of me. I went into a reprimand, but I emerged a Darth.
You've certainly earned it.
I did more than you realize. Nevertheless, what's important is that we are finally free to act.
Kissing backside as part of the roleplay.
You found on Korriban that pointed us to the power of Tulak Horde? The first piece of that artifact. That power is here on Dromund Kaas. This piece is in the deepest chamber of the Dark Temple. Scotia always hoarded the key to the chamber like a Hutt hoards his credits. Now I have Scotia's title, his chambers, his research, and his key. He always said I would enter the Dark Temple over his rusting corpse. However, I won't be the one to go into the Dark Temple. You will.
It will be my pleasure.
Her breath stinks of Sith lies.
Before I went to Korriban to choose an apprentice, a furious apparition awakened in the Dark Temple, implacable in its anger, murdering all who trespassed on the innermost chamber. But I had a dream. An apprentice of low origin humbled himself, or herself as it happened, before the apparition, pacifying it. That's why you and your peers were chosen.
I always knew I was special.
You've been
The pride
a far
leaking
more
through.
capable apprentice than I ever hoped. But for this task, you must put aside your pride.
Never.
You must go into the temple and face the apparition. And when you do, I believe that your humility will be the key. Still, I want you to know, I'm not certain you're the one from my dream. I fear I may be sending you to your death.
It's like, wow, he truly will be my greatest enemy. If I have to humble myself, this character's in trouble.
Don't worry about me, Master.
You're right. You retrieved the holocron from Korriban when no one else could. If that's not proof of your destiny, I don't know what is. Tulakhold's power awaits us both. We must not lose sight of this goal. Use this glyph to enter the innermost chamber of the Dark Temple. Humble yourself before the apparition, and bring back the piece of the artifact.
Even the great Tulakhold did not tangle with spirits. Tread lightly, little Sith. There you go. Not quite enough for the level up. The armor's just dog crap. No, I'm kidding. It's not that bad. It's just, it's not better, so we can go ahead and sell that. Anyway, we are now headed to the Dark Temple. Yes, the Dark Temple. I don't have to say it like that. Alright, I will see you guys at the Dark Temple. Alright, here we are in the Dark Temple. So, I actually leveled up, but it was only from just walking here. I'm just discovering, like, the new locations was enough to push me over the edge to 19, so that's pretty sweet. And now we are in the Dark Temple. So I actually didn't grab any of the other side objectives that are also in here. We're just here. We're just gonna knock out the story, and this place reeks of death. That's what he said. Anyway, but yeah, we're not gonna grab any of the side objectives while we're here. We're just going to hit the story, and we will be done. My goal is to finish Dromund Kaas in this video, and that's very easy. What we do is we grab this, we go back, and then I'm pretty sure we just talk to Zash, and then she rewards me, and then we get my ship, and we just there's a little more talking is pretty much all that's left after we grab the relics. So that should be pretty easy. And then once we're lined up to be done with Dromund Kaas, that is where I will call this episode. And then from there, I will, after I do today's recordings and get up the videos, I will probably do the heroics, so that way we are good to go for, I guess, actually, that will be, well, that actually is a better saber, but I don't have Dark One. We'll hold on to it for now. Anyway, but yeah, so then I will level up. It actually occurs to me I don't actually have to level up today because the servers are offline and I won't be recording tomorrow. I could level up sometime tomorrow as well, so I actually don't have to do it today. But then I will level up for our next video. Let's just put it that way, so that way we are ready level wise, and that'll be that. Dead. Over there. Okay, let's go, Kim. Let me just heal myself up a little bit. Oh, it's actually this way. Continue on. Continue on. Let me just grab these. I was just wondering what the cooldown on that was, but it looks like it's about 30 seconds. Yep, 30 seconds. Just curious. Okay, there we go. Creepy music. Let's go talk to this ghost, man. No, more creepy music. With these rando bones. It's a very welcoming place. Like how Cam's just watching the door while I walk in. Little do I know that ghosts are around me. I'm like, ah. Ow! This ghost is beating the crap out of me and I can't hit him. Ah! I'm like, oh crap, can't breathe.
I have been waiting for you. I felt your movements in the Force, and they stirred me from my nightmare. I am still too weak to leave, but I knew if I made myself enough of a nuisance, you would eventually come. The Sith throw flesh endlessly at what they cannot control, and here you are, blood of my blood. Here you are.
What are you talking about?
You don't know me. Has our family fallen so far that the daughter of my daughters does not know the name of Kallig, the name so long revered in the annals of the Sith?
You are my descendant. By how many generations I do not know. But know this. Your strength in the Force has awakened me from my stupor.
What do you mean, I awakened you?
When the weaklings of this planet trespassed my tomb, I rose, resuming my former life. This temple became my kingdom, and I was once more a Lord of the Sith. But when you first grasped the hilt of your lightsaber, I knew my hour had come and gone. That your strength, not mine, would return our family to glory.
I'm going to return our family to glory?
Our family was torn from greatness, crushed by the treachery of another, a man named Tulak Hord.
And yet you speak as if alive. I would serve my master well to correct that.
Ha! Your master is dead, beast. You serve the child of Kallig now. Flesh of my flesh, you should teach your servant to obey.
I defeated him once. I can control him.
Such confidence, such pride.
Told you.
In restoring our bloodline to glory, you must not make the same mistake. Treachery is the Sith's endless game. You must win it.
Don't worry about me.
Beware your master. Beware your apprentice. Never be taken by surprise. Do these things, and you will be unstoppable. But you have not come to see me. You have come for the artifact I managed to wrest from Tulak Hord before he died. Take the artifact, but be careful. I know not what it does, only that betrayal follows it everywhere.
When betrayal shows up, I'll kill it.
If only all things were so simple. Keep your eyes open. I hunger for the day when our power will be restored. We will meet again.
Now, see, this is actually really fun because this is, it's like, plays into our roleplay. Now that she has talked to our ancestor, Lord Kallig, now that she's talked to him, and now she's even more, now that she knows that she comes from a great Sith family, it's like, even like, it like, is such a giant boost to her pride, which she already was sort of making herself, but now that she knows she comes from a powerful bloodline, that they fell into slavery because of Tulak Hord, now she knows, now she's like, oh my gosh, see, this proves it. Like, I have powerful ancestors, I come from a powerful bloodline, I was meant for greatness, I was born for greatness, that type of thing. So it plays into the role play. It's really fun. Ah, a holocron. Well, well. All right, make a quick call.
Apprentice, do you have the artifact yet?
I have the artifact in hand.
Of course. Brilliant. Magnificent. Hurry back to Scotia's, my chambers. I cannot wait to see this artifact. And I have a surprise for you.
I'll see you in Scotia's chambers shortly.
Good. Good. Oh, I can't wait.
I'm like, sure, okay. Like a surprise. Like, it better be a reward for single-handedly saving your frickin' empire. No, so like, for helping you single-handedly rise to power. Like, you're welcome. Anyway, I will see you guys inside Zash's chambers. Okay, here we are. About to go talk to Zash. She has a surprise for us. Guess we'll find out what that's about. Well, hello.
Fantastic, apprentice. You're just in time for my surprise. Since you left for the Dark Temple, I've been reading and reading and reading. Scotia's chambers are a treasure trove of research. Now, who would have thought a man like that had such a curious intellect? It almost makes me regret that we had to kill him. But let me see this wonderful artifact you found.
It's right here. Have it.
Excellent. Magnificent. It all begins here, apprentice. But tell me, how did you manage to pacify the apparition?
First I took a magnet, and then a chance cube.
Fair enough. Your secrets are your own. I, however, will not be so guarded.
I'm not telling her.
I've been studying Tulak Horde's artifacts closely for some time, and one glance at this one you've brought back confirms everything I've suspected. These artifacts will change everything, apprentice. You especially. They will make you more powerful than you could imagine. I have foreseen it.
What do the artifacts do exactly?
This artifact is one of 5 that together describe a peculiar ritual used by the great Tulak Horde when he conquered the Dromund system. Until I have all the artifacts, I cannot understand the full nature of the ritual, but I have foreseen that you alone will wield the ritual's power. The artifacts are scattered across the galaxy, some hidden by Tulak Horde himself and some wrenched from his hands by betrayers. Documents and Scotia's effects point to Balmora and Nar Shaddaa, but I will need to do more research to locate the other 2.
I'll get started right away.
It's not much to go on, but I will continue my work behind the scenes to get you more information. But first, I believe I mentioned a surprise earlier. If you're going to find these artifacts, you'll need a ship, and so I have ordered you one. All you need to do is pick it up.
For me? You're too kind.
Yes, you've earned it. You'll find your ship at the spaceport. Then the galaxy is yours to explore. Don't forget to contact me when you reach each planet for more information on the artifacts' locations. Good luck and good hunting.
She will never command the power of Tulak Horde. Remember, little Sith, I am always hungry. Well, don't you worry, buddy. Don't you worry. Alright, got another saber. Yeah, this one's not good enough to change for. This one we're holding on to because it is better, but I don't expect it to actually. By the time I'm willing to bet by the time we get Dark 1, which I mean maybe we're close. I don't know. Yeah, I mean the next tier is 3. Yeah, so that's kind of a distance. Anyway, so willing to bet by the time we get a better saber than that, odds are we will. Odds are we will find another saber and we're not gonna need it. Most likely. Anyway, so here's the plan, is that we're going to go ahead and go to the spaceport. We are not going to actually leave, mind you. We are going to go to the spaceport, and we will look at our new ship. Now, the ship is the same one that the Sith Warrior uses, because there are 4 ships in the game. The classes are shared, so the Sith Warrior and the Sith Inquisitor use the same ship. The Jedi Knight and the Jedi Consular use the same ship. The what is the other two? What are the other 2? It's the Smuggler and the Trooper use the same ship, and I'm pretty sure, and the Agent and the Bounty Hunter use the same ship. I'm also pretty sure. I play more Force users than blaster characters, so it's a little hard. I'm not quite as sure on that one, but I am pretty sure. Anyway, so we're gonna go ahead and look at our new ship, but we're not gonna leave because I have to stay on planet to do the heroics. So. But we will go ahead and look at it because there is a cutscene. So, and then it's easier to do this that way. At the beginning of the next one, we can just be ready to hop on it. Look at me, I'm so excited. I'm like, yes, a ship! Now I'm unstoppable. So beautiful, much wow. That one actually is my favorite ship of the 4. Of the 4 that you have available, this one is my favorite. Pretty sure this is called the Interceptor, I think is what it's called, the Sith Interceptor. But yeah, this one is my favorite. It's like a Fury class Interceptor, I think is what it is. But anyway, this one is my favorite. Is the of the 4 ships, I find it the most simple to navigate, the easiest to run around. It's my favorite. But anyway, so a couple of things we need to talk about here. So really quick, first thing about the outfit. If you'll notice that, of course, is right here. These are not her bare thighs. Okay, it occurs to me that I dyed it red and white, and obviously her skin is red, so it's hard to tell. But I wore it on another character, obviously, and her color was not red, and these were not red. So this is not her bare thighs, okay? I realize it kind of looks like it, but it's actually not. They are like underpants type of thing. They're not underpants. They're like, you know, they're like leggings. You know what I mean? Because obviously it has to be thin enough that it goes underneath all these armor boots. You know what I mean? Have to be thin enough to fit under that. But anyway, they are not her actual thighs. I meant to point that out. That's the first thing. What was the other thing? I feel like there was something else. I don't remember. I felt like there was 2 things. Anyway, but I'm pretty sure Balmora is the first of the 2. Yeah, I'm almost positive. We're gonna... Yeah, I'll check for sure before I untrack one of them. But I'm pretty sure. Anyway, perfect. Well, this is where we are going to call it. I have no idea what happened to Kem or where he is, but this is where we are going to call it. Oh yeah, that's what I was going to say. So the other thing I was going to mention is, so talking about, not telling Zash what I did for the ritual was a gamble for my character. You know, part of the role play, that was a gamble, right? Because so far she's been the perfect apprentice, but she really does trust that her ancestor, she really does trust Kallig, and she does believe him, and plus she already knows that Sith are betrayers. That's how that works, and she's not trusting of anybody except herself. So, so she already didn't believe for a second that Zash was completely trustworthy, and so she does believe Kallig. So that was a gamble, not telling her, but she figured that Zash wouldn't care badly enough to, you know what I mean? She figured Zash wouldn't care badly enough to, like, kill her or anything, and so she took a gamble of not telling her by, like, playing it off, and Zash, obviously the gamble worked and it paid off. But I just thought I would point that out, that I did say that, and that was why I said it, because it was a gamble, but she's like, you know what, I don't want to leak yet that it was one of my ancestors. I don't want Zash to know that Kallig was, like, one of my ancestors. She's, you know, learning to save things, save information, and be selective what she tells her master. Anyway, so this is where we are going to call this episode. I hope you guys enjoyed. I know I did. The Sith Inquisitor is my favorite, as you might be able to tell. And the Sorcerer specifically is my favorite of the 2 specializations to play. So, very excited. Now, of course, I talked about how we won't be doing one tomorrow because the servers will be going offline for maintenance. And so we will be back with this game Wednesday, I think. And but today, right after this, I'm going to actually get some dinner. And then after that, I will record Sunset Overdrive. And then... yeah, after that, I will record Sunset Overdrive, and then we will be good to go. And then tomorrow, I will do Sunset Overdrive, and I don't know if I'll do double episodes or what the plan is with that, but we'll just have to play it by ear. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed the content today, and we will talk to you guys later. Hey guys, Darth here. Oh my gosh, though, what an upset. Darius is like, forget your type advantage, scrub, and look at that stat line. Ooh, sexy. This is your chance, my dude. It's tear gas. Reznov, save me. Everyone's rushing. Let's rush too. You could say we're rushing to the objective. I'm so sorry. I'm gonna shoot your little toes. You think PETA's gonna come after me for just executing these monkeys for literally no reason at all? Shoot at me. So oh my gosh. Be careful what you wish for, kids. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed the content today, and we will talk to you guys later.